Sally.
I'm Jackson.
And this is Nood O'Clock. Nood O'Clock. Today, we're making none other than ramen. I hope you like chicken because it's all they have.
I certainly do.
Okay, so I also was like, hey, let's not be heathen and actually dress it up a little. So I got some green onions, and I got some peppers and ginger, and I think if we soft boil some eggs and slice them on top, chef's kiss. You like all this?
I probably won't have egg, but I'll have everything else.
Okay, I will make an egg for myself.
Yeah. I am a musician, performing musician, a music booker, and a musician's rights advocate. But that's not necessarily a job. That's more of a cumbersome thing I do for reasons unbeknownst to me.
That was a good answer. To do for a job that we don't anticipate doing for a job until it happens and you're like, oh fuck, I have to do this for a job. Alright, we put it in with the water when it boils, right? No, we boil 2 cups of water, then add the noodles. Oh, we're gonna bring it to a boil. And now we wait.
I explored other options, actually. I went back to school back in like 2017, and originally I was going to go for computer science.
No
but
shit.
Then I realized you needed a massive brain to do that.
What, you don't have a brain?
Well, I'm creative.
Your head's pretty big.
Yeah, I do have a large head. It does hold a rather large brain, but it's only good for writing sad song lyrics and playing songs in the key of A minor.
Oh, A minor, the people's key. Yeah, key of sad people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think I did computer science. I switched majors to be a math major. I thought about journalism. But I don't know, maybe journalism would have been the route I would have taken.
Here's a fun story about Jackson and I, or at least the interactions we have, is that Jackson is my upstairs neighbor, first off, and second off, he's also a musician around town. And third, he was playing a show a few months ago, and stone cold sober, I walk up to him after the show in a really weird mood, and I just go, hey man, you did really good, I love your set, be cool, live forever. And without skipping a beat, Jackson goes,
Explode the sun.
And
it felt right.
It felt right in the moment. And so now it's a song, come to my shows, stop by my Patreon for $5. You not only get the bloopers to this and support the channel, but you also get to hear that song. God, that's loud. I hate that drawer so much.
That is a terrible noise.
It is a terrible noise. This house is so old.
It really is. Everything is crooked in our shared house. It's literally just Sally downstairs and me upstairs.
Yeah, and you know the one thing about this house that's really shitty is that, like, thank God we just knew this from the get-go. You can hear everything in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the one place that should be sacred is not sacred.
I don't quite understand either because, like, this house is very old. I think Jim told me it was built in, like, the late 1800s. Maybe even earlier than that. But, like, if you'd think that, like, insulation was a thing back then, or at least slightly, but no, this place is basically a pile of sticks.
Yeah.
The big bad wolf could blow our house down. And judging by the crookedness of everything in this house,
the big bad wolf has tried.
He has tried.
He has tried a few times.
Small pigs.
Yes.
Not little pigs.
Not little
small pigs.
What's the difference between little and small, Jackson?
I don't know. I feel like little is just like has like weird connotations to it. Like when you hear like adult men say like I have to go use the little boy's room, it's like always cringy and creepy.
Yeah.
I highly suggest not doing that.
So what? Like they should go to? I'm going to go to the small boy's room.
Yes. Or just say I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Just like
or just excuse yourself and don't tell anyone that you're about to go.
You know, my favorite saying to go to the bathroom is I gotta see a man about a dog. And when I was a little kid, you've never heard that?
I think I've heard it once or twice.
Welcome to my world. It's like, maybe that's a West Coast thing. I don't know.
I don't understand, like, there's so many, like, little misconceptions that you have as a child, and some of mine were, like, very embarrassing. Like, there was a phase I went through when I was, like, maybe, like, in kindergarten, where I for whatever reason, like I've never been diagnosed with any sort of learning disorder, but I'm pretty sure I had one. Or I
no.
do. And I remember I got like this like award when I was like in kindergarten. I don't know what it was, but like they had this little ceremony and it was like really cute for all the kids. But I remember like people were congratulating me afterwards, and I got thank you and like you're welcome confused in my head. So people were congratulating me on getting an award as a child, and I was saying you're welcome. I had to seem like the most cocky child.
That is so funny. Oh my god.
Okay, so we're gonna
I'm Chef Sally. Welcome to my cooking show. I'm living out my childhood dream currently by showing you how to cook ramen, which is also something my childhood self would do. So first, you have the water boiling.
and then you open the little packet of drugs that you slap like
Jackson.
a packet of drugs, and then
Jackson,
open.
You pay a minimum wage for a
Yes.
reason. So we also got these great little pieces of ginger, which I think would go great in this broth. And because Jackson's a little bitch and doesn't like eggs, I'm gonna soft boil an egg, and he can do nothing about it.
Yep.
So, how's it feel to be a little bitch, Jackson?
It feels very good. It feels healthy. It feels like my cholesterol levels are going to be good.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for you. And, like, go to the doctor the next day. Your cholesterol's super high. Jackson was right. Nah, bro, I'll live forever.
Yeah, you will live forever, explode the sun. Yeah.
All right, Jackson, what do you think?
Looks pretty good to me.
Looks pretty good to you? Mine's better. Look at that.
The running
This is
theme.
pathetic. I'm kidding.
If you do not have an egg or own eggs in your fridge, you're not as good as Sally.
Yeah, it's just a fact. It's just a fact of life. Final countdown. Dee-dee-dee-dee. Okay.
I was playing at this dive bar like probably 3 or 4 years ago, before COVID. There was a woman that came up to me very drunkenly mid-song and was telling me I should take my shirt off, and I had to deny her request. And it got
Come on, Jackson.
I know.
Give the ladies what they want.
It was very strange.
Did she tip?
I don't know, but she was very drunk. But also it was like, okay, like,
Sorry, I should just say that's not okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not okay, Jackson. I'm sorry she did that. But did she tip you?
She did
that
not.
would be hilarious.
If she did it, like, you know, we're not saying or advocating that tipping makes up for your poor behavior at our shows. But if you give us $20 after being an ass,
It's a little bit better.
it's a little bit better.
Softens the blow. That was pretty cringe.
It was pretty bad. It happened, and like she was just standing there trying to talk to me as I was playing. And I feel like every musician has a story like this. While you're playing, a person comes up to you and starts a conversation, as if you're not performing a song with a band or whatever.
That's fine. I have yet to have that happen.
Oh, you were so lucky.
I know.
You were so lucky, because when it happens, there's no way around it than just to be rude. There was another time too, like, where I was busking on a frat bro, because at this point I was like sitting on top of my suitcase doing the whole one-man band thing, came and just sat on my lap.
What?
Yeah. Literally, like, I was playing and he was very drunk, and I think his friends dared him, so he literally came and sat on my lap. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Get off of me right now. And like, he just drunkenly got up and like was like laughing. I'm like, why? Why does this happen?
I have cringe, and if they're watching, they know who they are. Men in their 50s and 60s who see me at a gig for the first time, and I know who they are because they immediately start following all my social media, and then they message me afterwards about how they really enjoyed it, and then the sexual advances start happening in the DMs. And I had someone who he outrightly asked me out, and I was like, hey, not looking for that, but it's flattering, thank you. You know, I just like kept it real, like I'll sugarcoat it. And internally I was like, no, we are like, you could be my father or grandfather. Like, I'm not interested. And he continued by doing some cryptic message about like, love's just a roller coaster. It's just a ticket to ride, baby. And I was like, you are so gross. Like, I did not respond.
The only thing I can say is that they grew up at a time without the internet, so they think that what they're doing is just like hitting on you at a bar, but really it's a creepy private message where they're using...
Like, would you actually say that to my face?
Yeah.
And if you did say that to my face, that's super creepy. There's a spider, and I want to get it. It's tiny. Do you see it?
Oh, it's just a little baby.
You're not allowed in my home, though.
You could add him to the ramen. Protein.
He's just a little guy, but he's also a little enough guy that I just don't... well, he's a big enough guy that I can see him, you know?
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Hold on. Hold the freaking phone. Oh, where did he go? He's right there. Nope, he's still alive. Outside. Oh, hey, there's a package. It's for me. From my mom and my dad.
Nice.
Cool. Alright, I will address that later. Back to cringe stories.
Sally just put a spider out into the winter tundra, everybody. She didn't squish it.
I just decided to freeze it to death.
Freeze it to death.
Now that you put it that way, it's really...
This is what people who eat eggs do. You see? You see this?
There's the door, Jackson. You can leave.
I've been doing this full time for like almost 10 years. Like I did it for like 3 years part time, and then for like the past like 6 or 7 or so, it's been basically full time with the exception of COVID. But if the amount of times that I wish I could have gone back and not taken a gig because I sensed on the other end of that email or that phone line that this person had no respect for what I was doing, or at least that was implied, or they didn't understand the worth of having me perform at their place, and I did it anyway. Those gigs always went bad. They never paid enough, and at the end of it, it was just heartbreaking. So if you're a young musician and you sense that, sometimes it's just learning the ropes, but other times it's just people that you shouldn't be working with.
Yeah.
The reason that most musicians fail is because they don't realize that it is a formula. I've known plenty of great musicians who are wildly talented, but they lack entrepreneurial business skills. If you do not treat your art as a business, as lame as that seems, you are not going to excel. You are going to be stuck in a place where you won't make money off your music and you won't be able to do it for your livelihood. And it's a trained skill like anything else. So if you're just starting and you're saying like, I don't know how to run a business, I don't know how to do anything, you don't even need to know how to do that. When I got started, like all I knew was like, okay, like someone told me that I could do this and I could get paid for it, and all I needed to do was ask. So that is what I'm telling you right now. If you're a young musician, all you have to do is ask for pay. That's
the bottom line, really. Jackson is a pretty cool musician around town, and you can listen to your stuff on Spotify. How can they find you?
Easiest way to find my link tree, I guess, would be to go to my Instagram page.
And I'll put it in the description below, too.
And it's just, Jackson Cavalier Music. And I post there regularly. I post about, my solo career, as well as the stuff I do with my rock and roll band, the Big Dead Waltz, and my folksy trio, the Anarchist Zen Collective. But there's a link tree on my Instagram that has links to all that stuff. I'm on YouTube, I'm on all the social media platforms and all the streaming platforms, yada, yada, yada.
We get it, you're cool. Thanks for coming on at Nood O'Clock, second episode. We'll see you on the flip side, kids. See you next week.